Hi guys, today I am going to do a persuasive speech about why phones should be allowed in the classroom or not. So, there was a study done about phones in classrooms, and the study showed by Tyndale that there is 95% of students that bring their phones to the classroom, 92% of students use their phone while in classroom, and then actually 10% have admitted to using their phones during a test or exam when they knew they weren't supposed to. Also, the reason I'm talking about this is because in some of my own classes, we are having this problem where so many people think that phones should be allowed, where others say that they shouldn't be allowed at all. And so I'm here to give you a little bit of background, what the problem is, what the need is, a few solutions to it, and then persuade you to choose which option you think is best for you in your classroom. So, according to addiction tips, there are 8 reasons as to why phones shouldn't be allowed in the classroom. And the 8 reasons is the distraction. It's a distraction to the students. They're not able to focus. Students use it to escape from reality. So instead of actually being there and present with what's going on, they get on their phone to try to maybe escape hurt or things that they've gone through. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there are other ways to cope with reality, and phones isn't one of those ways. Also, there's cheating on tests when there's phones in the classroom. Kids that tend to be on their phones a lot in the classroom tend to have a lack of social and physical life, so they're not very good at communicating with people, and they don't really want to do any athletics or things. It leads to peer pressure, so there's some things that people wouldn't want to do, but end up doing because of phones in the classroom, such as cheating on a test. And then also, there's a lack of learning ethic. Kids these days just don't want to try. They don't want to learn. And if we weren't to have phones in the classroom, I think that would go down greatly. So there is a need, and the need is a solution to this problem. And according to Hey Cheech, there are 2 solutions to this problem. Number 1 is having students place their phones in a basket or a bucket upon entering the classroom, not bringing phones into the classroom at all, which is the most extreme, or they can have a phone in classroom if assignments are completed and turned in before the phone is used, which that is the one that I agree with the most. You can have your phone as long as you're not using it on an assignment. So, according to these solutions, if we are going to follow them, there are going to be benefits and there are going to be consequences to these. So some of the consequences to this is suicide due to cyberbullying. So because students use their phones to cheat on something, then they get in trouble for that, and then other students may start making fun of them for that, which leads them to suicide. Also affects the child's mental health, so they can't learn, they can't focus. Their attention span is short, and they're not sure what they're supposed to be doing. Then also encourages cheating. So, but instead we could have some benefits if we were to follow these solutions, and there would be better grades. There would be an improvement in attention span, in the learning, less addiction. Kids who tend to use their phone in a classroom have a higher addiction rate, and they might even get addicted to other things, like things they're not supposed to be looking at, or from peer pressure getting addicted to alcohol or drugs, or those different things. And then also it prepares them for the real world if we were to make it so that they can't use their phones in the classroom. So in the real world, there are jobs where you're not allowed to use your phone. There are workplaces, there are schools, colleges. You can't use your phone on a test or an exam to cheat. And so when we don't allow students to have phones in the classroom, we are actually preparing them for the real world, so that when they get out in the real world, they're not shocked that, oh, I can't use my phone any longer. And so if we choose to do these solutions, such as not allowing kids to use their phones while having an assignment, these are going to be the benefits. So, according to what I've said today, now I'm going to have a call to action. And my call to action for you is, wherever you are, I don't know whether you're homeschooled, whether you're public schooled, whatever your next class periods are, don't take your phone into the classroom, or don't use it at all. Or take it into the classroom, put it in a pocket until your assignment is done. Focus on the lesson, focus on your teacher, what you're learning, see how you feel, what are the negative side effects, what are the positive side effects to it, and actually see. And then if you're able to do it, start encouraging your other peers, your other students, and even maybe your teacher to make it a classroom rule as to not using phones until the assignment is completed and done. Thank you.